Coming up, not everyone pleased with the freight watchdog announcement. Gilgandra students look at career opportunities, and cold weather prompts arthritis concerns in pets.
Across the Central West, this is Win News.
Tonight, the government's freight integrity advisor role criticised by farmers. Supermarket giants sign on to raise funds for drought relief. And a whitewash for the Central Tablelands. Good evening, I'm Geoff Phillips. Also coming up tonight, the price of land is on the rise in Orange as Sydney-siders become more interested in purchasing affordable real estate. With farmers forced to continue sourcing feed from interstate, the cost of freight has soared by more than $200 a tonne in some cases. The state government has assigned a former New South Wales Farmers President the task of ensuring prices are fair.
While it looks like a full shed, this hay will only last a fortnight. Having to buy from South Australia and Victoria has driven up Tom's freight costs since February. Without a wet spring, it'll only become harder. Alison Dance, Win News.
Central West residents dug deep on the weekend, raising $150,000 for rural aid to provide a rural financial counsellor in the region. It was one of just many successful drought fundraising campaigns held in the region for rural aid.
The shelves were stocked full in Woolworth's fresh food sections across the country in preparation for people to support drought-stricken farmers. To donate, you can head along to the Win News Central West Facebook page. Annabelle Amos, Win News.
The Cowra branch of the Police Association has officially accepted an offer made by New South Wales Police. The branch first lodged a request for 4 new constables and 1 sergeant to be stationed permanently in Cowra back in March, which saw a number of offers made by New South Wales Police, but were deemed unsatisfactory by the branch and turned down. Now, the latest offer, consisting of 3 to 4 probationary constables to be based in Cowra, has been accepted. The association is still in talks with New South Wales Police, but the town can expect its first probationary constable by the end of the month. Freezing temperatures again lashed the region on the weekend, but there was plenty of snowfall to make it worthwhile heading outside. Across the Central Tablelands, including Orange and Oberon, there was snowfall. Although it wasn't as widespread as first predicted, there was still enough for families to get out and build a snowman or even have a snow fight. Police are appealing for information from the public to locate a 26-year-old man wanted in relation to break and enter, stealing, stalking and resist officer charges, among other things. Harley Lynch is known to frequent parks and Forbes. He is described as being of Caucasian appearance with a medium build, 180 centimetres tall with brown eyes and brown hair. Anyone who sees Lynch should not approach him, but instead contact Crime Stoppers. Land availability in Orange is sitting at its lowest rate it has been in the past 10 years, according to local real estate agents. It's believed the issue sparks directly from the big banks, making it harder for developers to get their hands on the required cash.
Land blocks in Orange are going up in price, but availability rates are only going down.
Coming up next on Win News, students in Gilgandra go job hunting to see what careers they might be interested in beyond high school. And a winter health warning for pet owners. Winter can be a painful time for people who have arthritis. However, vets are reminding pet owners that their animals could be struggling too. Older dogs are especially at risk, but there are ways to ease their pain.
Cold weather can be challenging for older dogs like 7-year-old Shanti. Owner Scarlett says a little extra attention goes a long way.
Gilgandra High School hosted its annual Careers Expo today, hoping to assist not only its own students, but also those who are close to making the jump to secondary school. Former Socceroo captain Paul Wade spoke about his life experiences at the Expo, hoping to motivate the students.
Students from Gilgandra who are about to transition to high school or are nearing the end of their schooling were given some much-needed support for their futures.
Monday Sport now with Amy, and the Carra Magpies looked in danger of losing the minor premiership.
They did, Geoff. They really had to rally behind each other in their final round Group 10 match against the Workies, somehow getting the job done. Also, the Geary Goats make history to claim their maiden first grade premiership.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Spoil Dad this Father's Day with gift ideas galore.
In sport, the Carra Magpies made it through an early scare to wrap up the Group 10 minor premiership. They travelled to Lithgow to take on Workies and quickly found themselves facing an uphill battle.
It was meant to be a walk in the park, but it was turning into a nightmare. Tries to Nick Miller and Keelan Breezak meant the Workies were up 10-0 midway through the first half. The Magpies stole one back, but that was quickly cancelled out just before half-time. For the final round, wins went in favour of the Bathurst Panthers, Orange Hawks and Orange Sims. And at the end of 18 rounds, this is how the ladder ended up. Hawks and Sims will now play in the qualifying semi, while Panthers and Oberon Tigers square off in the elimination final. Magpies will enjoy a week off. Brian Vanderwacker, Win News.
Dubbo Sims has gone through the Group 11 Rugby League regular season undefeated after thrashing Nyngan Tigers. Topping the ladder by 6 points, Sims now has the week off. Wellington Cowboys, Park Spacemen, Forbes Magpies and Dubbo Macquarie Raiders are also through to the semis. However, Spacemen and Raiders will have to regroup after heavy defeats in the final round. In the Castlereagh League, a big win in favour of Canamble, while Cobar and Gulgong were able to secure some vital points. Semi-finals action got underway in the Woodbridge Cup. Canoundra's out after a heavy defeat to Manildra, while Grenfell now plays Trundle for the right to host the grand final. It's taken 16 years, but the Geary Goats have finally taken out a rugby title. It was a match they couldn't let slip, at home to the Wellington Redbacks in the Graincorp North final.
The wait is finally over.
And that is our sport, Geoff.
And nice to be with you again.
It's nice to have you back at the desk.
Absolutely. Chris is standing by with the weather, and as we saw earlier, a little bit of snow yesterday. Is it likely we'll see more soon?
Geoff, there's none on the immediate forecast. Temperatures are going to rise again before they fall later this week. Stay with us. I'll have details after the break.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Spoil Dad this Father's Day with gift ideas galore.
Welcome back. A high pressure system to the west brought a brisk start this morning, but also provided a dry day with a bit of cloud about the region. Tonight's weather photo is from Archie. He snapped this beautiful photo out at Black Springs with fresh snowfall on the ground. Winter's not over yet, folks. Great work there, Archie. Thank you very much. If you've got a weather photo and you want to see it on the screen, send it through to us. The address is weather@wintv.com.au. Let's look at some details from around the region today. Cold in Coonamble, -1 as the sun rose. Felt a bit cooler than that, though, more like -5. Moderate winds and a few strong wind gusts through Coonabarabran this morning. Saw a gust of 54 k's around 9 o'clock. Forbes and Parks both had starts of -2, and it felt very cold in Orange all day. The warmest it felt all day was actually just 2 degrees. Now let's have a look at the dams now. Burrendong is at 34% capacity and Wyangla sits at 60% capacity. Now onto the satellite, a persistent high pressure ridge lying over northern New South Wales will remain the dominant feature for the rest of the week. To the synoptic chart now, on Wednesday, a cold front will clip the far south of the state, generating windy conditions across the southeast. To the forecast now, mostly sunny with a chance of patchy morning fog and areas of morning frost. Some light winds can be expected as well. 20 for Canamble. Over in Nyngan, 3 to 20. 3 to 20 also for Warren. Narromine, touch cooler there, cloudy and 19 degrees. 17 for Mudgee and 15 for Lithgow. Now for Orange tomorrow, clouds clearing with some light winds atop of 12 degrees. And in the days ahead, Wednesday is looking sunny with areas of morning frost and some moderate winds. Thursday will be sunny with some light winds and partly cloudy on Friday with some areas of morning frost. So with clouds clearing tomorrow, Geoff, it will be a touch warmer.
Chris, thank you. We'll catch you tomorrow. And that is Win News for Monday the 13th of August. To view some of our reports, visit the Win News Central West Facebook page. I'm Geoff Phillips. Coming up next is The Project. Enjoy your evening. Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.